All right. What is going on, all you Hollow Table heroes? This is your boy Itachi, and this is Itachi Gaming. We've got Imperial Military Podcast Show going on right now. You got myself on right now, and you got my good friend, my guildmate, Evo on. What is going on, Evo?
Man, I am so excited that you fixed your camera because it looked more like the Imperial Forehead podcast. And yeah, just happy to see your face.
Yeah, my screen was like up way too high. So, which is what my camera is sitting on. All right, so tonight, obviously, we've got week 25 of the IMPS accounts. That's the Imperial Military Podcast Show, Itachi and Evo accounts. Those are our free-to-play accounts. $0 spent, and man, we have been having some fun. I've gotten a little tempted here a little couple times. I'm like, man, if I could just spend a little bit of money on some crystals, but I haven't done it.
I've gotten close to. I've hovered over the button. I'm like, ugh.
I try to stay away from playing on my phone. Because it's like the easiest way to hit, like, just, yeah, let's go ahead and purchase that. But I haven't done it. Stayed free to play. We said we were going to stay free to play, and that's what we're doing. So, without further ado, my friends, we can go ahead and hit that IMPS intro right now. All right, welcome back, guys, and we're here on the IMPS Itachi account, my friends. Let me go ahead and make Evo a little bigger here. So, starting out as usual, we've got Arena Rank, Fleet Arena Rank, and my fleet, man, is starting to fall a little bit here. We finished up at Rhodium in Grand Arena Championships. Man, that is rough for me right now on this account. But as you can see, I am starting to climb 546. I think I was closer to the thousands last time with Papa Palpatine. And as you can see there, I got Basilishan, Jolie Bendo, Hermit Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda, and my man's Jinkin is my actual arena team right now. And this team is starting to fall, and really need to be able to upgrade soldiership on this to get him a little bit better. So moving on from there, we'll start as usual. You guys know we're at light side, dark side battles. We're all the way done with light side, dark side battles and Cantina battles. But for ships, fleet battles, I have still yet to be able to defeat this 4E hard node, which I really want to do. Now, normal, I did progress a little bit on 5, 3-starred A and B. We're on C now, but I haven't really progressed past that. That's where we're at for those. So let's get into the characters. So I'm gonna go down the list like we have been, starting with our bounty hunters. These guys have gotten to gear 8 for the most part outside of Dengar, and as you can see, I'm starting to get them to level 85. I know Evo already has his at level 85, but I'm starting to get mine to level 85. Greedo's ready. They're almost ready to go to gear 9. Boba Fett is 2 pieces away from gear 9. Cad Bane is kind of coming along here slowly, and Dengar, I got to get to gear 8. He needs 2 pieces left for gear 8 to really unlock that reward, that payout for the bounty payout here to get him rocking and rolling. I still have to work on some of their abilities. We haven't gone all the way out there, but I am slowly starting to get all their abilities up to par. Dengar still has some work to do, but it's coming along. Same with Jango Fett. As you see, Jango Fett is one of my farms still, about to hit 5 stars finally. Man, such a long grind on Jango. He's about to hit that 5 stars. Let's move on to my Empire. You can see here, I can actually take Papa Palpatine up to gear 11, but I'm not, because I actually need this piece for Bastila and Grandmaster Yoda. And I think this piece, yeah, so I kind of moved away from my Empire for the time being as far as putting gear on them and really developing them, because I am working on that Jedi team. And so this is where I'm at right now with the Empire. Still farming where are you at? That Pimp Trooper, Range Trooper, here he is. Still farming him as well. So, and then Magma Trooper is one of my farms as well. We'll go over those here in a minute. I don't have Ewoks. First Order is still the same. It's crew at gear 8, and I haven't done any other development on him recently, so we'll move on from that. Geonosians, my Geos are, I'm slowly working on Spy and Soldier to get them to 7 stars. So that will probably help as well, and me being able to get them to gear 12. I'm a little apprehensive about that because of Grand Arena, but it kind of needs to happen just for my fleet arenas. We already did Imperial Troopers. Well, we did Empire, but there's the Imperial Troopers. Haven't done too much work on them. As I have said, we're kind of focused in on my Jedi. So let's look at the Jedi here. And these guys are rocking and rolling finally. Bastila Shan at 7 stars. And you can see here she is gear 10 on her way to gear 11. We have level 7s on all these with Legendary Battle Meditation maxed out. Don't know if I'm going to put the Zeta on her leadership ability, but I've also been working on her mods, as you can see here. So those mods are coming along nicely as well. Then we go over to that green monster, Grandmaster Yoda. We put the Zeta on his battle meditation, so that is on, and now we just have to throw Omegas on this guy, so he's just about done for the most part. I won't be really working on his leadership ability for the foreseeable future, and then I got to work on his mods in gear, and then star count. Jolie Bindo. All right, that bald guy, Baldy. So you can see here, he was one of my first Zetas with that looks pretty bad. And we've got Omegas on his basic and special. Just got to Omega his uniques. So he's coming along very nicely. I've got the mods that I want on him, and same thing there. I got to start working on those mods. There's Hermit Yoda. This guy, I also threw a Zeta on this. Strength flows from the Force, which gives all allies have their current health percentages equalized. And this is very, very important equalization over gaining life, because equalization affects ignore healing immunity. So Papa Palpatine and characters like that have a way to stop you from gaining health, that equalization gets around that. Jinkin, I got to gear 8 finally, and this guy's coming along. Still got some work to do on his abilities, but that is okay. You can see Sorsu's at 6, Lethal Charges at 5, the Negotiators at 6, and his basic is at level 5. I have the correct mods on him as well. Again, just gotta scale those guys up and slice them. So that's pretty fun as well. Ahsoka Tano is about to hit 7 stars. We haven't really been gearing her. Bears Offie is slower because I'm not actually farming her from the light, dark side, or Cantina nodes that she's in. I think those are the 3. But just out of the store, yeah. Nope, dark side, Cantina battles. So those farms are kind of taken up right now. So no extra currency to be using on or energy to be using on Bears Offie right now. And then everyone else is kind of just random right now because I'm not really working on them at all. Just people that have unlocked throughout. Ezra and Kanan, I said I wasn't going to take these guys past gear 9 anytime soon, and as you see, they're still kind of sitting at gear 9. So that's where those guys are at. All right, let's move on. Let's look at the rest of my Old Republic. So Jolie is at 5 stars, getting close to that 6-star mark finally. Mission Val is about to hit 6 stars, so she's actually going to hit 6 stars before Jolie. Jolie's probably going to be my last character that I get to 7 stars. Zalabar, big old Z here, about to hit 6 stars himself. He is 1 character shard away. I should hit that tomorrow in T3 and 4. We'll probably bounce back over after I get Mission to 6 stars to get him to 5 and 6 stars, and then I'll go back to Mission to get her to 7 stars. And then we'll go back to T3 and 4 for 7 stars, and then I can start working on good old Benny there to get ready for CLS too. Phoenix hasn't changed, as you guys know. Kanan, Ezra, and Chopper are all gear 9. Hera and Zeb are gear 8. Sabine is at gear 7 and 4 stars. Let's look at the rest of my rebels. So Admiral Akbar hasn't changed, gear 9, 7 stars. Biston, 7 stars, gear 8. Biggs is 7 stars, gear 8. Wedge is, he was 4 stars last time, so I got him to 5 stars. He is gear 8 as well. Scarif Rebel Pathfinder hasn't changed, gear 5 stars, gear 8. Gotta start working on R2D2 here soon. Hans, ooh, I didn't see this. We're gonna promote Han Solo right now. Promote. There we go, 6-star Han Solo. So we got 100 shards left to go, and we're done with Han Solo farm. Nice. Looking forward to that. And then you got these other guys. I haven't started working on K2SO yet. I haven't activated Jyn Erso. I haven't activated Stormtrooper Han or Princess Leia. I'm not ready to work on these guys and their ship, so I don't want to activate them. And I already had. I'm almost at 1,000,000 GP already, and I don't want to hit 1,000,000 GP by starting to work on these guys, and I'm not really using them in ships right now, so it doesn't make sense to do, and so I'll leave them as they are. So that's my rebels, and I think that's really about it on that side. Let's get into what I'm farming where. So let's get out of that. So for light side, dark side, energy, Jolie Bindo right now, Big Z, Mr. Zalabar himself down here. I'm farming them out of light side and dark side nodes. And then we've got also do 2 more a day. Range Trooper. Okay. And Jango Fett. Jango Fett Unchained. Jango Fett is the other one. So those are the characters that I'm actually farming out of my light side, dark side nodes. My Cantina battle right now is Mission Val. We'll continue to farm her out of that particular area. Moving on to my shipments, Cantina battles. Right now I am farming Ahsoka Tano. We're gonna go ahead and hit that real quick. Out of the guild store, I'm really looking for Bears Offie out of this as much as possible. And when she's not there, I actually grab B2 Super Battle Droid and then gear. So B2 Super Battle Droid, the Separatists have gotten pretty strong. I have faced quite a few on my main account, and man, those guys are ridiculous. Oh, don't you do that to me. Come on. Don't do it to me. Oh, connection error. Try again. There we go. And then out of the Squad Arena store, it's all about Princess Leia right now. And once I get her to 7 stars, I will be moving on to Stormtrooper Han. Now, Galactic War, I'm grabbing ships. So I'm on to my Rebel ships, Wedge, Antilles, and whatnot. K2SO. And our man down here, Magma Trooper, is what I'm actually farming out of there. Moving on to Fleet Arena store. Here, again, I'm looking for Rebel ships. So Wedge and Tilly's ship, which is about to hit 7 stars. And then I'll get my soldier and stuff like that. So I'm not using any of my Cantina battles. Energy out of that right now to get those guys 7 stars because they are at 6 stars. Guild event store is my man Hermit Yoda. It's all about the Hermit Yoda love, which we should be coming up on some good guild event store currency here soon. Now, this the championship store I actually haven't done too much out of, but I'm typically going to lean towards the Gear 13 finisher piece there with these Chirotechs, just to get those. Now, there's some other gear that I may grab like these Mark 5s. I need a lot of those, and so I'll go ahead and grab that stuff. So anything that I really need is what I'll grab out of here after I hit the Chirotex and whatever Gear 13 plus rewards are in there. The shard store I'm not using that much, as I'm not getting a lot of currency right now, and I shouldn't be out of the shard store. So that's why it's that way. Let's jump over to ships real quick. As you can see, my geos are all maxed out. They're all 7 stars, my friends. So here's Sunfac. The only thing that's not maxed out is all of their abilities, which we're getting to. Slowly but surely. And someone asked me in a video, how is my Sunfac modded? And honestly, I just have health and defense on him. So we're looking at protection as much as possible on this guy. He's a tank, so I mean, my geos are modded based off the recommendations, because I'm not using them in arena or anything, so I'm not going to go put any crazy mods on them. Spy is crit damage and crit chance, and then we will look at soldier here. I'm pretty sure he's the same thing. He should be crit damage and crit chance as well. Yep, crit damage and crit chance. So that's how I have them modded. Poggle I am still working on right now. I don't think I have all his pieces for mods, but I have gone heavy into my Jedi right now. So these guys have kind of gotten put on the back burner, which probably, if I actually increase their mods, might help me a little bit more in Fleet Arena, by the way. So that's how that's going. Ghost is on his way to 7 stars. So is Phantom 2, Biggs Darklighter, and Wedges. Biston's U-Wing is lagging a little behind there. We're trying to keep him up to date as much as possible. My Chimera is starting to look pretty nice. We have to go to the next gear level. But yeah, this is very nice. Just waiting on some more of those prestige pieces to get on the Chimera to do these abilities here. And then Home 1 I'm also working on, actually, for as far as leveling. It's at 79, and then we'll work on this as well. I still need to get this guy to 6 stars, which hopefully I should be able to do here soon once I get... Let's look at my Rebels real quick, because I'm doing this all based off Rebels. So once I get Cassian's U-Wing unlocked and start going towards that, I'll be able to get Home 1 unlocked at 6 stars. This is actually my next farm for the Cantina Battle store. So once I'm done with 7-star Ahsoka, which I'm really close to, I'll actually jump on Cassian's U-Wing, and once I get that to 7 stars, I'll be all ready to activate those guys and start gearing them. So that is how my account is looking. Territory battles is going on right now. Looks like Evo's getting his in. I got mine done earlier. Yeah, that's all that I have. I'm going to swap it over to Evo and let Evo go over his account.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about this today, so I'm going to make sure I work on that. That's the main account, so...
Oops.
All right. So... I'm just going to jump into characters. Pretty much the same story on all the progression so far. Itachi's definitely farther along on the ship battles than I am, but working on my Geonosians now, so I'll get caught up there. Bounty Hunters has not moved at all, especially since last week. Had that big jump when the event was out. But otherwise, because we got Boba Fett up at, what is this, gear 10? Yeah. Boba's at gear 10. Everything's maxed except for his Bounty Hunter's Resolve, because that's his Zeta. So not putting any Zetas on him yet. Dengar, everything's at least level 7. I got his payout maxed. Gear
Nice.
8. Greedo. Do not have his payout maxed. Need to work on that. Otherwise, everything else is gear is 7 for him. He's also gear 8. Django Fett. His payout is maxed. He's gear 8. Everything else is 7. And those are the 4 that I've been working on. Cad Bane's kind of off here to the side all by himself because I haven't put any work in on him.
What's up, Rayson? Rayson says, whoop whoop.
There he is. So yeah, everybody's at level 85 and geared. And they're a decent team for me right now, even with this guy down at 65. He's always the first one to die, but they're a pretty strong team for me right now in Grand Arena. So I've been working on Bosk. I don't work on him every day because I have other things that I'm working on. But as soon as I get him unlocked, I'll start working on his ship. So I've got a ship probably 3-4 stars at this point. So. Oh, blowing up. Hold on 1 second here. There we go. Alright, back to the characters.
Grayson says, just got off work. Nice job with the progress, Evo.
Thanks, sir. Bounties. Empire hasn't really moved at all. So we got gear 11, 11, 10, 9, 9, 8. So not in a bad spot. Definitely probably my second strongest team right now. Jedi's closing up that gap pretty quickly, but we'll get to that in a second. But that's pretty much the 2 teams that I save for offense right now are my Bounty Hunters and my Empire team. They're my strongest 2. So
nice.
We got a message there from Wes Heavner.
Wes Heavner, appreciate your free-to-play stuff, man. Not many do it anymore. Thanks, man. We definitely wanted to do something different. Obviously, we have our main accounts. We spent a little bit of money on it. Nothing too crazy. And even those, they're not maxed out accounts. We're not at like 5 million GP, 6 million GP on those. So we're still growing on those, but definitely loving this free-to-play account. And we're following the farming guide, which I think is the biggest thing, right? That we're following the farming guide. That gives us probably the most production out of this game.
So that's where my Empire is. Their abilities again are also at least level 7. I'll explain what my strategy is for as far as leveling up their abilities here in just a second once I get down to Jedi, because that is the team that I'm focusing on right now. So no movement on First Order. I still get Kylo Ren when I see him, but I haven't really geared him or anything, and I'm not using him at all. So I'm actually gonna stop gearing him and leveling him up for the time being until I start, working on First Order Officer, and really once I start farming Executioner, that's when I'll start working on everybody's gear, because then I'll have, at least half a team going at that point. So. Gotcha. First Order Officer is my farm right now in that store. So Geos are looking pretty nice. They're getting there. I've almost got 3 of them at 7-star. Soldier and Geonosian Brood Alpha are both 4-star. Geo Brood Alpha is going to stay at 4-star for a while. I will continue to gear him, but I'm not going to actually farm him until a little bit later on, probably after my First Order team. I'll farm him up just to finish him out. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping there's an event coming sometime soon where they do the double drops.
Right? That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be awesome, because so many characters come from that spot. But yeah, these guys, this team, it's such a clutch team to have. Like, they're very easy to work on, very easy to level. Honestly, they were relatively easy to gear. Everybody's at least gear 8. We got gear 10 Soldier. He was super easy to gear. I didn't even focus on his gear. He just fell into gear 10. I looked up one day, he was gear 10. It was weird. Gear 8 Sunfac, 8 Poggle, 7 Alpha. So I do need to work on Alpha a little bit more. And I need to work on all of their abilities. I don't want to talk about their abilities right now. I'll tell you why. This right here is why their abilities are so low, and I'll get into that here in just a minute.
You just threw a Zeta one, right? Kind of took a lot of that stuff.
You're stealing my thunder, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go stand in the corner.
Oops.
Go stand in the corner.
I'll go sit in timeout.
So yeah, I am working on getting everybody leveled up for this team. So I actually got 5 million today. of this chunk here came from the quest. So I'll level them up a bit more, but I need to work on mods on every single team, every single character. I need to work on my mods. So I've been trying to save some of my gold there, some of my materials, so that I can work on my mods, because it's gonna be big. But I love that Geo team. Honestly, at this point, I never go into a fight now and actually play that team. I go into a fight, I auto it, and I win. I love it. So
That's awesome.
Where are we at? Geos. Come back to Jedi. See how Old Republic's looking. Jolie's 17 out of 100 for Gear 7. So another year and a half, and I'll have him, not Gear 7, 7-star. So another year and a half, and I'll have him finished out. Zalabar, probably a month. Because I'm farming him 2 places, not a month. Maybe 5. Probably averaging about 4 a day. Farming in 2 places. So what's that? 10 days? Let's call it 15 days. We'll throw some unlucky days in there. So 2 weeks. So let's call it 2 weeks from today's stream. I'll have him 7-star. Mission Val, I don't even want to guess how many I get a day for her. Let's probably guess 1. So about 3 years, she'll be good to go. That's quick math. And then, I farm Karth every day. I'm not farming T3 M4 until Mission Val's done, because these 2 are going to be pretty strong once I start tossing Zetas on them, which I totally intend to do. So I want Mission Val 7-star first, and then I'll work on T3.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Karth every day. I've been farming Jahani a little bit more often, just because she has gear that I need for some of my characters. So
maybe not so much.
I keep clicking that home button. Anyway, is that it? Rebels. I haven't really had any movement on my Rebels lately. I need to work on Han, but yeah. Stormtrooper Han is who I'm farming in the arena store right now. I like my Jyn Erso. So I threw Jyn Erso, Cassian, K2SO, Bistan, and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. I threw them at a team that I didn't think they were going to beat. I just was kind of putting it in there. And I actually hit auto and went into my other account. When I came back, they had won, and they were all still alive. That was in Grand Arena, so I was kind of impressed by that.
Nice. In Grand Arena, you put something on auto?
Yeah, it was the last team. I didn't think I was going to get it, and they did well. They did well. So
nice, very nice.
Keep an eye on that. All right, this is who I'm working on right now. So get Obi-Wan out of there. I'm not working on him. Working on his younger self. But I just realized they're both like standing the same way, so apparently his right side is his good side, apparently, I guess. I don't know.
I believe so.
So Yoder.
Yoder?
Yoda. You're working on Yoda? Duh. So he is now Gear 9. I got him Gear 9 this morning on my way to work, I think.
Nice.
As you can see, I've worked extremely hard on his mods. He's really ready to go. But dude, Gear 9, huge bump. I mean, Gear 8, it was like... How do I put this? He was like a teddy bear with a lot of energy, so he was, flopping all around doing stuff, but he wasn't doing any damage because he just had these little stuffed paws he was hitting people with. Gear 9, now he has teeth and claws. So he's doing a lot better now that he's Gear 9. I've got everything maxed out on him, including his Zeta. So he was my second Zeta. So he is now doing work.
Doing work, huh?
He's gonna do more work as soon as some idiot does his mods. Bastila, she's all maxed out except for Force Bond because it's kind of useless until there are Revens, and I haven't seen any Revens yet. And I'm not putting a Zeta on her. So where's her Zeta go? Initiative?
Yeah, her leadership.
Yeah, initiative. Okay. So yeah, now that I've I've got one more Zeta. I need. Oh, here's my. Let's go to this. So here's the whole reason why I haven't been doing a lot of maxing out of abilities, because I need all these mats. So as of right now, I have enough Zeta materials to put on one more Zeta. So before I spend any of these on any other abilities, I want to use that last Zeta. Then, while I'm farming the rest of the Zeta materials, I'll start using these pieces. So that's my goal right now, to get my next Zeta, and I don't know where I'm going to put it. Just realized that. Because my Jedi team, this is all the Zetas they're going to get. All the other Zetas are going to Revan once I get them, so...
I mean, Revan's a good place to put him.
Yeah, I don't really want to save them for Revan at this point, though. I feel like I need them other places. But
like where? Like where? What's? I mean, maybe your Empire is the only thing I can really think of. Big Z and Mission.
See,
that's another one.
I know.
Them ready.
So I want them on Big Z and Mission, but I'm not putting them on Big Z and Mission yet. What I'm gonna have to decide over the next week, so while I'm farming these up, is if I want to put the Zetas on Bounty Hunters or Empire. I know how good Empire can be, and they're definitely a lot tankier with their Zetas. Like, their Zetas are basically there to keep them alive, because right now my Empire team is super squishy. However, putting the Zetas on my Bounty Hunter team will help me, especially on Boba Fett and Bosk when I get him.
Well, I don't know if I'd put one on Boba. Maybe I can definitely see Django.
The reason why Boba is because Boba has a ship, and it's a good ship, so it would help in arena, or it would help in there. So I don't know. I'll have to do some research, see who I want to use it on. It'll either be Bounty Hunters, because Bounty Hunters will help me in a couple of places.
So I guess
because they're Chewbacca, right?
Yeah. Do you have his ship unlocked already? Because I don't.
Boba?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay. See, I don't. So like, it's not a big thing for me to slap a Zeta on him. Like, if anything.
Oh, I don't. Huh.
Yeah. So like, that's a wasted Zeta right now. So like, for me, like, I'd rather put it on Jango Fett, if anything, on his leadership.
So yeah, I mean, I'll have to look into that.
Because those are the two leaders, Jango Fett and Bosk. Those are the two ones used for two leadership abilities used. Boba's not. His leadership isn't used, which I'm pretty sure is his Zeta.
I like his. So at this level, I like his leadership a lot.
Oh no, better. It's not. That's just an Omega. No, it's Bounty Hunter's Resolve. That's his. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
Anyway, now my game's
Sorry.
up because it's like, hey, you're not supposed to be talking about this. So yeah, I'll figure that out. You know, first world problems. Where am I going to put my Zetas? You know, so we'll figure that out. But Jedi is where I'm working on right now. Basically, how my farming goes right now is I come down here to Old Republic, farm Zalabar 2 places, Jolie, Carthanasi. So that's my Zalabar and Jolie are my two. What is that called?
Light dark side.
Thank you, light dark side. And then Zalabar, Karth are my ships right now. And then I farm Mission in Cantina.
Okay.
So that's where all my like hard node farms and everything are going. As of right now, with ships, it's hit or miss because the rest of my day I spend on gear. So 2 farms on each side, and then if there's a piece of gear on a node that I want, so on Jahani's node or on Jango Fett's node, then I'll farm that whole node. So that'll be my third node farm. Or if there's a gear in ships that's on a node, I'll farm that as well. Yeah. Otherwise, I do try and get the Geonosian node in ships as well, but it kind of depends on how the gear goes. I prioritize gear first. If I don't run into any gear that's in ships, then I'll farm the Geonosian node.
Gotcha.
So
Evo's getting like 3 farms a day out of fleet, out of ships. I'm unable to get in there that many times throughout the day. So I get my 2, and for me it's Zalabar and Bistan G-Wing. So I farm a character in a ship, so he's going to be ahead of me on Carthanasi. So again, he'll be ahead of me on these Old Republic characters, like he was with these. But it's all good in the neighborhood. It's all good in the neighborhood.
Just close down on me. You want to take it back for a minute while it loads, or?
Yeah. So so let's talk about something else real quick. So it's been pretty quiet at CG here lately, and they just had a pretty interesting post about them changing the advantage mechanic. So if you didn't know, so that's and they said in the next content update, not like bug fix update, but content update. So that seems pretty exciting. But if you didn't know, advantage, you can actually burn through advantage against characters that have foresight. So you're not actually getting your critical hit with your advantage, and your advantage is falling off, which is the whole point of having advantage. And it's going through foresight. So they're doing some changes to that. But this could also, we are due, by the way, for a meta change. Darth Revan, Darth Malak have reigned supreme since March. It's a long time, considering they typically do something about every 3 to 4 months where they change up the meta.
Get it? It was the March of the Malaks. Or the Revens, the March of the Revens, yeah.
So that's pretty good. So we are definitely due for a meta change, and we're also coming up to the end of all the Clone Wars content, to be honestly, because they said they're going Clone War content up to October, which is quite honestly right around the corner. So we got like a month left of Clone Wars content, and then we should be gearing into back to this will be fun, First Order and Resistance, because Episode 9 comes out in December. So this is interesting because we haven't seen any marquee characters. We haven't seen a new legendary. They've talked about how they're working on a new epic confrontation. So really, if you're far enough along in the game, I would put my bet on Galactic Republic characters right now for an epic confrontation character. And if they're going to do it like they did Darth Malak, we aren't going to get noticed. You're not going to be able to be like, okay, I got 7 days to get this done. It's going to be like 2 or 3 days. I think is what the Malak event was, 3 days. And they told us in 24 hours. Like there was a puzzle 48 hours before, and then 24 hours before it was like, oh, this character is coming to the game tomorrow, instead of how they've done in the past with legendary events, where it's, oh, this character is coming next week, so you can prepare for it. So Galactic Republic, Padme, I would say you probably need to have. Jedi Knight Anakin, you're probably going to need Ahsoka Tano, and probably like R2-D2, but what else? I really don't know. Maybe clones, actually. Maybe you're going to need Echo 5s and Rex. They did just get a rework, but man, this is just interesting that we've gone this long. It's been since March, since this meta has started, and have had zero type of content. I mean, we got Geonosian territory battles, which is whatever. It's a reskin of territory battles. We got Vulture droid, so we got a ship marquee event. And that's really it. We got reworks on clones, we got reworks on Geos, which are fantastic, reworks on Separatists, which has been fantastic, and touch-ups on Anakin, General Kenobi, and Ahsoka Tano. So with the touch-ups, kind of leads me to think of, something's got to be coming out of this Galactic Republic. They're about to be finished with doing Clone Wars content in October. So yeah, I would say Galactic Republic is definitely where we're headed. Padme, a lot of people say, seems like she's missing a piece in the team. And even with the clones, the 501st really is what it is. The 501st is missing a character in this team. So, I mean, everything kind of leads to this and points to the 501st, Galactic Republic type of synergies here. And I'm really thinking General Anakin. I know we've got Anakin Skywalker, but when you look at his animations, look at the character, it's really prequel Anakin is what we're getting in here. And this isn't the Clone Wars animated series Anakin. So, I mean, this is prequel Anakin, which looks much different from the Clone Wars animated series Anakin. So, I know I've said this a couple of times, and I'm kind of starting to beat this to like a dead horse, but this is my prediction. This is what I think is coming next. And so, if you're far enough and you're able to actually get these characters to a good spot by the end of this month, going into next month, I think you'll be really happy with what might come for a potential meta change. What do you think, Evo?
Yes. Hey, man, I defer to you on everything, what's coming and everything else. So I'm just ready for the movie. I'm ready to bridge the gap, figure out what the hell is going on in Star Wars, because I'm a little lost. Everybody's dying. Everybody's coming back. People are laughing. I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah, we tried to dissect a couple of the trailers one night. I think we were on for like a good 2 hours, just showing each other different trailer bits and like, no, did you see that? Yep, no, oh, I missed that. Did you see this? No, oh, no, I missed that too.
So yeah, I'm just ready. Just bring it on.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for the movie, for episode 9. I do believe Evo and I are going to see that together.
Yeah.
I hope. I kind of said something to his wife on Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, so sorry guys, I did not get to stream Grand Arena. Was a little intoxicated, just a little, but we had a really good time. I mean, friends, family over, Evo was over.
Oh, so you're pretty much the only experience I've had with brisket. So when I said your brisket was good, I really only have your own past attempts to go off of.
Okay.
But I took it to work on Monday and gave it to someone who is a meat connoisseur of sorts, and he gave it his highest praise. So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And that's leftover brisket. That's not even like fresh. Like that wasn't fresh. Like after the hour it rested. Brisket. Yeah, I barbecued over the weekend, and we had a really good time. But friends and family over, like I said, I was pretty intoxicated. I was completely planning on streaming, but when the last person left my house at midnight, and I realized I only had like 4 hours of sleep before going to work on Monday, I was like, and I still hadn't done my Grand Arena, so I had to quickly do my Grand Arena while I'm laying in bed.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I'm going to finish up here real quick. I honestly don't remember where I left off. Oh, I have ships pulled up, so I guess I left off on ships. But I'm just run through this real quick because there's not really a lot to show here.
Yeah.
I've been working on my geos, so that's kind of where every additional or every available farm that I can get of them in the store, that's where it's going straight to geos right now. Working on 7-star for spy and soldier. So
nice.
Getting there. Sun Fak is he's working on 6-star. So that's where they are, and then I just kind of like doing dark side here. TIE Advanced I haven't put any work into yet.
Oh, you got TIE Advanced
I mean,
unlocked, huh?
Yeah, I've had him unlocked, and I've put some stuff into him, but he's on hold right now because I'm in love with TIE Fighter, and I always will be. So TIE Fighter, outside of Geonosians, anything additional will go into TIE Fighter, and then Hound's Tooth once I get it. I really thought it was closer on Slave 1, so I don't know where that gap happened. But honestly, I'll be farming Slave 1 once I'm done with Zalabar anyway.
Nice.
So that's that, and then Rebels. Everything is going into to Home 1 right now as far as my capital ship. I want to get Home 1 maxed out before I move on to anything else, and then then I'll be going into Thrawn ship. So, but I haven't had a lot of movement on here. Casting Wing is maxed out now. Wedge is down here at 5-star, almost 6-star, and then pretty much everybody's in the same spot. I think I might be freezing up here.
It looks like it. Oh.
Try this again. Yeah, everybody's kind of at 5 stars here. Biggs is a little higher just because his is probably the easiest ship to farm. And I haven't put much into the stance for a little while. So yeah. They're ready to go. But yeah, I'm at a spot where I can't max anyone out right now, and just kind of tossing abilities on them as I go. Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, you see here I keep notes on what I'm farming, what I need to do, just to kind of keep myself in line and not forget as I run 4 accounts. You see here I'm working on Old Republic right now. Start counting gear, finish geos. Now my geos are almost done. That doesn't count for mods being sliced. Gear Empire, I had a goal to get to a certain spot and I got to that spot, so it got marked off. Same thing with Phoenix, Chopper, and Sabine. I have Gear Pathfinder, Biston, Biggs, and Wedge to Gear 11. We're not there yet. Work on Bounty Hunters. This kind of jumped up to this part on the priority part. I'm farming Ahsoka and Barriss, but not Anakin right now. So I kind of got my mini roadmap for myself as I'm going along. I am kind of jumping the farming guide because of Geos. Geos can very easily go through the Padme legendary event, so that's why Finished Geos is on there to get them all to 7 stars. So I just gotta start on Brood Alpha.
Do you need 5 7-star characters?
Separatists? Yes, Separatist characters. So then I figured, why not Brood Alpha and continue to work on the other Geos that are in ships. So that makes it pretty easy. So one thing I'm really upset about and all the excitement on Sunday is I missed out on Heroic Sith.
Oh no, I almost did, dude. I got into it on the 4th and final phase. I'm sorry.
I missed Heroic Sith.
That sucks.
Which now puts me a week behind on my main account, and I was really pissed off about that, actually.
That's because you're still a week ahead of me because I've missed 2.
Oh, but I'm really upset about this because I would have Traya unlocked finally next month on my main account. And Cyan and Nihilus on my main account are already gear 12. And so I would have had the Triumvirate for Grand Arena, probably week 3 of Grand Arena, which would have been great. But I'm not going to have it now. I'm not going to have it till November. And I'm a little upset about that. Just a little bit. Not to mention it puts me a week behind on this account as well, because you see I'm at 90 shards on this account. So the quicker I can get to this, if I can get this If I can get her unlocked before my first year is up, I'm going to be really excited. So before we hit April, right, of 2020.
For imps?
Yeah. So I also went a little different route than Evo, and I'm working on Hermit Yoda now. So I will have the Jedi Knight Revan team for phase 2 that should allow me to get into getting close to the 7 shards per.
Oh.
Does that have weeks?
Hold on. March 31st.
Literally like the day before. That's great. When is that? So
Yeah, we started at the beginning of the month, didn't we?
yeah,
wanted
we
to start at
started
the-
on the 1st of
Yeah.
April. That's nuts. That's literally 1 year.
So
Almost.
that Tuesday. Yep.
Well,
That
What's
Tuesday is the last day of our first year.
yeah, but how many weeks is it? Did you broke it down by
27 weeks from today.
27 weeks at 6 shards a week? Is that what you did?
Oh, I was just doing. I was just trying to figure out what day was a full year. So 27 weeks at 6 shards is 162 shards.
So that's well over. That's well over. So take so we need what? This is 55 shards.
Weeks.
9 weeks, 10 weeks.
Yeah. We have to
Wow.
round up because we need that last shard. So 10
Yeah,
weeks.
So 10 weeks. That's before the year's over. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, how many shards is it total to activate her?
145. I'm at 90, so it's 55 shards. I mean,
So yeah, it takes 25 weeks to activate her.
if you're just hitting 6 all the time, which is
Right.
the minimum. All right, guys.
You get 6. Yep.
Sorry, we're calculating things. But that is really good information to know. It takes you 25 weeks if your guild is actively doing heroic Sith to actually unlock Treya at 5 stars. So what's 330? Yeah, there you go. Let's just say 6, right?
55 weeks.
And that's a year,
52
right?
weeks. So it's a
52
year.
weeks. It's a year.
It's a
little
year
over.
and a month, really.
Yeah.
13 months, call it.
So, oh, that means we should be getting closer to 7 stars by our year mark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. So we're 25 weeks in right now, right? And we don't have her activated, so we're behind. We're 10 weeks behind. So you add 10 weeks onto that, so it's a year and 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, year and 3 months.
Which is still not bad. I mean, that means we at least have 6 stars. But man, that's fun. That's exciting. It's exciting. All right, guys. Let us know in the comments below if you're watching this afterwards. What do you think of the predictions? What do you think of how these accounts are going? If you really like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. We've got 4 viewers right now. 1 like on the video. We just went down to 3. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. I'm so glad you guys stopped by. We really appreciate it. And if you want to continue to see imps and the free-to-play accounts, let us know in the comments. All right, my friends. Evo and I are going to go ahead and throw up those deuces. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. Peace out.